Well, what's up, everybody? Back here on the plantation today, Farming Simulator 17. I was just had dropped off some wood chips, so we had this trailer full, and trying to get that empty so we can offload the wood chipper back here at the landing. And then we're going to do a little bit of work today on the plantation, and I don't know when I'm fully going to switch over yet to 19. I'm still working on my map. None of the good mods are out yet. Farming, forestry stuff, anyway. In fact, about the only thing I've seen that's even remotely forestry related is there was a Peterbilt truck that's out. Pretty cool, nice truck. I've played around with it a little bit, just doing some testing on my map. But anyway, if you're not aware yet, head over to the Facebook page. There should be a link somewhere to the Facebook page. But anyway, over there I'm going to be announcing the name and the logo of the new map that I'm working on. That'll be today. So as you're watching this, it's probably already been posted. So head over there and check it out. Well, I guess I guess it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and announce the name of it here while we're playing. I kind of hesitated because today's Sunday for me, so I haven't quite announced it yet. But anyway, the name of the map is called Bear Rock Logging. It's B-E-A-R Rock Logging. So Bear Rock Logging, that's what it's called. And you can head over to the Facebook page. I should have some screenshots and stuff posted over there by now. And it's a very mountainous map. In fact, there's one spot to where you're pretty much going to have to use a yarder. I mean, there's no way around it. It's very, very steep over there. Let's see here. Try to figure out where I'm at. I need to move this thing. This is in the way. Not even really sure why I had it over here. But yep, that's what the name of it is, Bear Rock Logging. And there's a big river that kind of runs, well, I say big, it's more like a mountain river. It's carved into the rock and whatever. You can see all the rocks and stuff on the edges, the cliffs and all that stuff. The sawmill's got all your basic stuff. It's got the wood sell point, the wood chip sell point, and that's where your vehicles spawn whenever you buy them. And you can, I think I'm going to be putting in a sell point too. I think that's a good idea, because you usually get a little bit more money whenever you sell your vehicles and stuff, equipment at the actual, sell point, instead of just selling it through the menu. And I'm not going to drive this all the way back to the sawmill. I'm just going to park it over here somewhere, because we may need it for something. And this is sort of a good halfway point here. Alright, so we'll park that there. We don't quite have a load yet, so we need some more wood. And somewhere back in here I had started cutting another row. Must be over here. I see some wood. So in case you're unaware, they Giants just released, just like a couple of days ago, just released a patch, an update, whatever, for the game 19. Which I believe, I'm not really sure what all it was supposed to fix. I know there was several things in it they improved and fixed some things. Let's see, did I go the right way? Where the heck am I at? Nope, going the wrong way. It was beta for just like a half a day or something, or day, and then they went ahead and released it as a full patch. So they're up to the 1. Actually, no, right now it's 1.2 beta. That's got all the terrain sculpting and stuff in there. Unless they've, since this video, before this video aired, unless they release it as a full patch, it's still 1.2 beta. That's right. Yeah, I was watching. That's gonna be pretty cool, especially for my new map, the bare rock logging, because a good bit of the land is kind of like this. Nothing's too terribly flat. It's all kind of, some parts are really steep, mountainous. Other parts are kind of rolling hills like this. So it's really not a good place to put a landing. So with the new terrain sculpting features, you can put a landing wherever you want to. I've got a few. I think as of right now, I've got like 3, maybe 4 spots that are like designated as landings, but I'm not even going to mark them on the map because I think it's pretty cool to, you know, go find them yourself. And I mean, it's not hard. I mean, there's roads leading to a couple of them, so. But I think it'd be kind of neat to, you know, kind of play it as you want to play it, not really as, okay, here's landing number 1 and here's landing number 2 kind of deal. It's kind of, you can log however you want to log it. And there's tons of trees. I mean, when I say tons, I'm talking about, I'm already up to 25,000 trees placed as of this recording, and I've probably still got, I don't know, just guessing, I'd probably say another 15 to 20,000 more to go. There's probably going to be close to, probably right around 40,000 trees whenever I get done. Because I can't stand it how some map makers, I'm not going to name any names, but they won't put the trees in there very dense. So it's like, you know, what's the point of even having a logging map if there's not many trees to map? So I don't know. I mean, I know it's a pain, because trust me, I know it's a pain putting all those trees in there, but it sure does look nice. I mean, I guess some people just don't have the computing power and all that to, you know, have that many trees drawn on the map, because it does affect your gameplay. I mean, it'll really, you know, max out your graphics card and stuff if you don't have a good one. But I mean, what I've got right now is not the best graphics card, to be honest. I mean, I've got a 1050 Ti, and right now I'm playing, well, Farming Simulator 17 on just the, I think it's just the medium settings, which works for me. I mean, I don't really care about having, you know, super high resolution gaming or anything. I just want it to play pretty smooth and look pretty decent. But you can see my frame rate there. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's all these trees and some of the equipment too that kind of causes some frame rate drops and stuff. But I mean, I'm okay with it. I've gotten so used to it. At least I think I have everything on medium. I may have put some stuff on high. But you can see it kind of, it bumps up to 60 there for a while, but as soon as you start getting around some other equipment or a lot of trees in view, it really bumps back down again. But that's fine, I don't care. Well, that's one thing I'm looking forward to also with 19, is they got an auto save thing built into the game now. I'm running a mod and it's really kind of not that good sometimes. Let's see, do we have anything else on the ground? I don't think so. Okay, well, let's hop in the fellow buncher just for a little bit. Oh, we do have one little pile there. Well, I tell you, it's been so long since I run this fellow buncher. I hope I can still remember how. I haven't even had time to play a game in I don't know when. It's been probably a couple weeks, because I didn't do well, it's been about a week. I didn't do a Wednesday video or a Friday video. I had just so much stuff going on here lately. My Tuesday nights is usually, well, Tuesday afternoon is usually when I record for Wednesday, but then I have to process the video on Tuesday night, and my Tuesday nights have been busy here lately, so, which is coming to an end. This Tuesday night will be my last Tuesday night requirement, so starting not this week but next week I should be able to get back to a normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule of videos, which I see I've still got a couple of new subscribers since I last checked, so I do appreciate that. Even though I haven't had some videos, I appreciate the new subscribers going ahead and jumping in there. As you can see there, we got a goal of 1,000 subscribers. What I'm trying to do is get to 1,000 so I can get my videos monetized again, and once I do that, then all the income is going to go towards giving back to you guys. It's going to be, stuff like copies of the game, dual joysticks, giveaways, things like that. Just and it could even be better stuff. I don't know what the Farming Simulator, not farming, the YouTube payout looks like these days, now that they've increased the number of subscribers you have to have. But I sure hope that we can get to 1,000 pretty quick. I don't really plan on dropping the channel or anything. I still got, maps coming out, and I'll do play videos and stuff like that on the new maps whenever they come out, but I don't know, I do enjoy it. I enjoy making these videos and playing the game and putting the quality content up there that doesn't have lots of cursing and stuff like that in it. But it'd be nice to get a little something for the videos that I do. I will end up keeping a little bit of the money for myself, and mainly just for upgrading equipment. I had a hard drive go out not too long ago, had to replace that. That was about 75 bucks. And then I'd like to get some pedals to use for the track machines, because you see there I have to stop moving and switch to my joysticks, and then like right now go back to my game controller. So it'd be nice to have some pedals to be able to use the track machines without switching controllers. Oops. Well, so much for that tree. Just ground it up. Yeah, I wished I hadn't put all these little small trees on here. They're good for detail and stuff like that, but with this particular FDR machine, he switched to the grinder. If you're not careful, the whole tree will disappear. Plus, you can't really do anything with these trees other than just knock them down and chip them up. But I was trying to go for like a dense, woodsy area, woodsy feel, because that's kind of what you see whenever you get into these pine plantations and pine thickets and stuff. It's just tons of these little trees, because these things are almost like weeds. They just grow everywhere and anywhere. So that's what I was going for with these little small trees. In fact, this isn't even as thick as it could be, but I didn't want to kill anybody's graphics cards, so I didn't put too thick. I could have really just stuck them in here everywhere, and it just probably would have killed everybody's computers. So might help turn the light on. Yeah, it kind of sounds like FDR is going to be a little bit before some equipment comes out. I was watching something the other day, and of course I'm on their Discord too. If you're not over there, you gotta go check that out, because they're pretty active over there on the Discord channel. But FDR even comments a good bit over there. But they're talking this time about, you know, like in the years past for games and stuff, where FDR's made equipment, you know, where he's just put out a machine here, and then there's version 2, and then there's version 3 like a month later and stuff. It's because they're making the mod and then releasing it when it's, I mean, it functions, but it's not like the best it could be right off the bat. Like what he normally does is he'll release a piece of equipment, and then, you know, he'll say, oh well, you know, I didn't have time to fix this, and so I'll go back and fix it. And then with version 2, he's like, well, I really didn't have time to fix this other thing either, I'll do that in version 3. So that's why you see FDR coming out with all these different versions of equipment and stuff, is because, you know, he didn't take the time to, you know, really work on it and test it and be like, okay, this is the best it can absolutely be with what I have to work with, so now it's finally ready for release. No, that's not what he did. So, but I think this time that's what their plan is to really take their time, get it right, get it looking good, operating good, sounding good, I mean, just everything, and then they're going to release it. So unfortunately we're going to have to wait a while, but we will have, I think, hands down some of the best FDR equipment you could ever possibly imagine, right from the start. I mean, the fact that he's got a couple of modders working with him now says a lot. Just the fact that, you know, he's like, okay, I can't do all this by myself, which is, you know, absolutely the case. I mean, because you're talking about trucks, trailers, fellow bunchers, processors, loaders, I mean, just all this stuff. I mean, I can't imagine how you could all do that yourself. I'm sure it's possible, but I mean, to have to release it all at once, I guess, is would be quite a challenge. And, ladies and gentlemen, the FDR equipment, when it comes out for 19, will have dirt, and it will have the wear, the new wear model, or whatever that they've got, where the paint chips off and stuff. That, I'm told, will be in there, and I'm excited about that, because I just think it looks so much more realistic to have, you know, the dirt when it's done right. I mean, when it's not done right, it just looks silly, but when it's actually done right, and by that I mean you can go check out Serious Mods. Trucks, whenever they get dirty, they actually look like real trucks getting dirty, not just, oh, the, you know, the windshield's dirty now and the tires are all dirty, and, you know, the roof of the cab's all you know, no, it actually looks right, and that's what I'm talking about, and I think they'll do a good job. And the other cool thing, if you haven't heard this, is that FDR this time around, instead of doing, you know, this is a Tiger Cat 822, and that's what it is. I mean, it's no doubt about it. Of course, there's no logos on it except for the FDR on the fellow buncher head. But this time around, they are actually putting the branded logos on there. So it'll say Tiger Cat, it'll say Caterpillar, whatever it happens to be, which I think, you know, hey, nothing wrong with that, because the whole deal with FDR was he asked the companies, hey, you know, I'm making a model for this game, can I put your logo on there? it's for like non-profit, even all this stuff, and they said, well, it's probably not a good idea, you know, or something like that. But this time around, because I mean everybody's been doing it, and nobody's been shut down for it, so I mean why not go for it? So I think it's a good idea. And if, you know, Tiger Cat or Caterpillar, whoever says, hey, you know, you need to take that off, then everybody has to, is my opinion. Not just FDR. I don't see that happening. I really don't, because, I mean, it's nothing but free advertising. I mean, think about it. I mean, somebody's making a model of your equipment and putting it in a game, and somebody maybe who's been living under a rock or something says, oh, Tiger Cat, what's this? You know, there's some good stuff. Looks nice and operates good, and, you know, in game anyway, in the game. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, I didn't know about Tiger Cat. Yeah, if you're in the logging business, you know about Tiger Cat, but I'm just saying it's nothing but good advertising. It's free advertising. So I don't understand why they wouldn't allow that. Or just kind of look the other way, I guess, would be the thing. Let's see. I've done this before. Yeah. Problem is it went actually through the grapples. Okay, well, it doesn't matter if you get them open or closed. I was just wanting to cut a bunch of them down and not worry about them, but yeah, I'm actually really excited about FDR putting out the new equipment, and they've said that the loader is going to be first, the 880 Tiger Cat loader. I cannot wait to see that thing. It's going to be freaking awesome. Because I've seen some little teasers of you know, what the equipment's going to look like quality-wise versus what it was before. And it's going to be just like night and day. So I mean, even this machine, which looks pretty nice, oops, you know, the detail and stuff on it, I mean, it's going to look even better than this. The arms and stuff, the boom, all that, it's going to look way better. So y'all just wait. I mean, I know it's hard to wait. You want stuff now. The game's been out for about a month now, almost. Well, not quite a month. Almost. Well, couple weeks or so to be a month, but just have patience. The good things are coming. It takes a while to create these mods. My map, I started working basically on day one when I got my hands on Giants Editor, which was, I think, November 20th or 21st, somewhere right in there, when I first got my hands on the map, or the Giants Editor. I've been working on the map off and on. You know, I'll work on it a couple hours here, an hour there. You know, I don't have a whole lot of time to work on it, but I've been working steady on it, off and on like that for, well, ever since I got it, November 20th or so. So it just takes time. You guys got to be patient. Okay, I probably got enough trees on the ground. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. Let's find the skidder. This helps your frame rate too, to get all these little trees and pieces and stumps, all that stuff up. Because every time you cut a tree and it makes a little piece, the game registers it as an object or something. And it'll if you get too many trees and stuff on the ground, it has trouble processing all that stuff. So it's always a good idea to go around and chip up your pieces and grind up your stumps and all that good stuff. Let's see, there might be some more stuff down here. Trying to stay away from the big trees. Yeah, I really can't wait for you guys to play my new map. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be, you know, unlike anything I've ever done so far. With you know, Dodson Logging was the first one, and then the Plantation was the second one. But it's going to be totally different from both of those. And I think it's going to be a really cool map. In fact, kind of what I was going for was just about anywhere on the map that you happen to drive to or land at or whatever, that it's a screenshot, you know. So it's gonna be a nice looking map too. I hope it turns out the way I was thinking, and so far it kind of has. I've taken a lot of time to place a lot of those rocks and cliffs and things that are in the stock maps in 17 or 19, the Ravenport and Fells Brun or whatever it is, the other one. Mostly those rocks that you see over near where you start at on Ravenport, those kind of gray and green rocks, that's I used a good bit of that. Because although they have the texture, you know, where you can just paint on the cliff looking type rocks, I mean, those don't look quite as good as the 3D stuff that Giant's put in there this time, so I'm just going to use as much of that as I can because it looks good. Yeah, but sort of my whole philosophy on the 19 maps is, you know, y'all haven't seen anything yet. As far as like what I've been putting out, the Dodson Logging and the Plantation, just wait till you see the maps I'm going to do in the 19. It's going to be pretty cool. At least I hope. If things turn out the way I want to, then they'll look nice. Which I think it will, because I've done a lot of work, you know, kind of thinking about how I want the map to look and making it sort of match what the ideas I had. And sometimes things just kind of evolve. Like usually a lot of times when I get tired of placing trees, there'll be a pond or something, which isn't really the case this time. The pond was planned this time. But there is a field or two that I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of placing trees. I'm just going to put a field here, which you would understand if you knew how many, what it takes to place all these trees, because they have to be placed one by one. There are scripts and stuff that help, but I haven't found any yet for 19 that work. Some of the ones for 17 I've got, I can't make them work, so not that I really used them for 17 anyway, but just in case you're wondering, there are scripts out there that will randomly place trees and stuff like that. I did not use them for any of them. Well, I say that the plantation, this map here, I did use one script where you can basically you copy one tree, and then it puts them all in a row, so it does, you know, the plantation look. So that's how I was able to get the plantation done relatively quickly. There was a few spots on this map though where I did manually place a bunch of trees. Near the sawmill, that little spot, and then where we're at right now it's all kind of randomness. So all that was hand placed. But the places where the trees are all in rows in plantation, you know, that was all a script. And it's like, once you get it figured out, I mean, you can place, you know, thousands of trees in just a few minutes. So that's sort of the idea for the plantation, because I found that script and it was, oh, okay, well, there's not really many maps that have big plantations on them, so I'm just going to do a big map, and hey, I'll just call it the plantation. Trying to get my lunch plans together. Don't like it when it does that. Yeah, you know, people were talking about how 19 has so many problems right off the bat. You know, that's any game. I mean, it's hard to account for everything, because I mean, you just kind of have to reach a point to where, okay, it's good enough, and then we'll release patches and stuff. I mean, I'm not faulting Giants at all for anything that's happened. I mean, I think it's an overwhelming task to create some software that runs correctly on different types of machines and stuff. I mean, you got Mac, you got Windows, console, I mean, all this stuff. So, I mean, hey, I'm not blaming Giants for anything. I mean, in fact, I feel for them because they're getting so much hate. But you have to remember that when 17 came out, it wasn't perfect either at the start. In fact, there was I want to say there was 5 patches throughout the life of that game, because I mean, I think 1.5 was the last one. So I mean, it's any game, and people are just going to complain because it's not perfect. But just, you know, be calm about it. Tell Giants what's going on. They'll fix it, and you just go on with your life. I mean, it's people make too much of a big deal out of it. Alright guys, I'm going to have to cut this short. I'm getting a bunch of text messages, and this is my lunch plans, so I may have to drop everything here in a minute. Alright, let me see what I got here. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to run here in just a little bit, so we're not going to have time to get this truck loaded up with all this wood. We'll have it here for next time, though. I imagine that I'll probably be back on, one of these maps, you know, for a little bit anyway. A few more videos. I'm really kind of waiting to make the switch over to 19 until we got some good forestry equipment to work with, so it may be a while. I was hoping that people would get some stuff converted over a bit faster, but so far I haven't really seen any forestry related stuff that's even in the works, other than I know FDR is working on the 880 loader for the Tiger Cat, and that's coming first, and then I think some other stuff, truck maybe or something, I don't know, but we got trucks, so it's not like it's have to have that. But anyway, let's see here, I'm trying to find my wood chipper. And am I going the right way? Yep. Hope I make it before I run out of fuel. May have to bring the service truck to fill me back up. Yep, I'm gonna have to cut it short a little bit today. We're about almost 45 minutes in. Got to go meet my wife for lunch. So I'll be wrapping things up here shortly, and we will catch you next time. Yeah, so like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 1,000, so get my videos monetized again, and start doing some random giveaways here on the channel. Also, go check out the Patreon page for $5 a month. Well, 2 or 5. 2 is basically just you know, kind of a hey, we support the channel sort of thing. There's there's nobody subscribed to it, so I guess. Anyway, the $5 a month is that's where you get the access to the previews of the maps and stuff. To you'll know screenshots of the map, what it's going to be called, all that before anybody else. And I haven't yet, but I will be doing some videos of the map before it's released. And it's just a way in general to support the channel. You know, it's like I said, it's not free to do all this stuff. I've bought computer components, microphone. Here on Black Friday, I bought another computer monitor. It was on sale at Best Buy. Not that really has anything to do with the channel, other than it just helps me out with having multiple monitors, because my other one was on the verge of going out. In fact, well, it did go out. But this whole being on YouTube stuff, it's not free for sure. It does take some money to do all this stuff, so anything's appreciated. I do appreciate all that. And if you want to do just a one-time donation, I've also got a PayPal.me account set up. The quickest way to do that is to either find the link that I've got in the video descriptions, or you can go to streamlabs.com/NLA Gaming, and there's a way there to pay either by credit card or PayPal. And that's probably the quickest way to get there. It's just streamlabs.com/NLA Gaming. You can do a donation stuff there, which also you can set up to do either recurring or just one time. But anyway, so I got to sign off today, and I do appreciate you watching, and thanks for coming back and sticking with me. I know I haven't had a video in quite some time, but I am hard at work on Bear Rock Logging map, and that will be coming out hopefully. I'm going to be realistic here and say it's probably going to be a couple more weeks. I mean, because I got all kind of stuff going on with pre-Christmas things, and then once Christmas hits, there'll be family things there. So most likely it's going to be after Christmas, unfortunately. I was really hoping that I could get it out before then, but I mean, there's not really a lot of good logging equipment out, so I mean, you can't really take advantage of it, because there's some parts of it you're going to have a yarder, and so we're going to have to wait on that. Because it's extreme. It's like almost looking straight down. Not quite that steep, but it's pretty steep. I mean, a skidder wouldn't be able to make it up the hill. So you're gonna have to have a yarder. And I mean, really, to take a full advantage of the map, there's so many trees. You're gonna have to have fellow buncher and log trucks and loaders and skidders and all that stuff. Which just, I mean, the forwarder and the harvester does okay, but I couldn't see anybody playing this map. Well, I mean, I guess I should say it's more set up for those types of equipment, but with a cable skidder and stuff, you can just move so much more wood faster. So we'll just have to wait. But I will keep you updated on Facebook, and when I make new videos here, I will talk about the map as much as I can, where I'm at, what I'm thinking about, release date and stuff like that. So stay tuned here, and also check me out over on Facebook, and you get some updates over there. So I hope you enjoyed this video this time. We didn't get quite as much done as I hoped to. I got to run off to lunch. I'm starving. So anyway, we'll talk to you later, and see you again probably on Friday. So take care. Have a good week.